stream today is just going to be a test. All right, so that seems to be working. Um, and my face is on screen. Okay, so that's good. My computer. I gotta close the window because I think that the rain gutter is causing noise in the background. Um, and then let's actually look at my channel to see streaming good. Let's turn the volume on. Okay, test.
Okay, test.
Yep, all right, that's working. Turn this off, mute this before I start getting feedback. Um, okay, so that works. I wanted to set it up so that my audio came from straight from my computer, but the problem is then my voice doesn't sync with the game sounds, which the game sounds for me are more important than my voice. So someday I'll have I think a better fidelity setup, but priorities for the time being. So I think there's one last thing I need to do for this setup, and then I should be able to just play. So all of this was just basically so I could get a camera on here and show me making funny faces when bad things happen to my characters, my beloved role-playing characters that I'm doing. I just thought it was important that I share that with the world. So um, let me put it back on the duck screen. Okay, everything should be set up. So I've got this going on Twitch too, which is great. I think there's probably a bit of a delay. Yeah, just a little bit, but that's okay. I don't need to look at it on YouTube. I know it's running, so and it's running on Twitch. Great. So I'll just switch it to the dashboard now. And I do not have fancy widgets or anything. I think there's a widget that's like aged from when I last used this like game setup like a year ago. So I might need to adjust the camera a little bit. Good. Okay, because I tend to sit like this. So I'm still gonna have to get up and I'm making coffee and stuff. It's the morning here. But yeah, I'm excited. Oh, let's turn off the viewer thing. That freaks me out. Okay, there we go. We're good. All right, so M. Sharza is our newest character, and so we're actually just setting them up. I think last thing while I was streaming briefly on Thursday, was we were trying to get them set up. So we're actually going to start M. Sharza's story in Anvil. So all of this is,
You may as
from
well
my
make yourself
perspective,
useful. Here, carry this torch and stick close.
non-canon. It's I'm just getting the equipment and choosing stats and stuff like that. So let's see.
We're the Emperor's
Maybe we can ask
bodyguards.
some
Our job
questions.
is to get him out of situations like this. My job.
So normally I would not skip
Stick
the
close and
dialogue
let us do our job, and you'll be all right.
ever, but we've obviously done this a couple of times.
Oblivion! Protect the Emperor!
Oh, you know, I don't. We're gonna have to drop a bunch of stuff because on top of generating the character himself with ChatGPT, I also charactered like starting equipment, which actually handicaps the game even more than we are by having randomly generated characters. There's a lot of stuff we're gonna leave behind. And you get an arrow. So I chose the thief as the sign, and I was very tempted to do the shadow because of the character's playstyle, but I
Hold
think
up. I don't
my
like this. Let me take a look.
my instinct was right, that he is a thief first and foremost, less of an assassin type character, which is gonna be how I'm gonna try and play him. Is that he's gonna not, I think he's got blades as one of his abilities, and he'll have a short sword, but that's gonna be kind of a last defense.
Damn it! The gate is
Probably
barred
be
from
one of
the
the
other
slower
side.
skills
A trap!
he'll develop.
What about that side passage back there?
Worth a try. Let's go.
Okay. I'll be right back. I gotta start brewing some coffee. Okay, I'm gonna have to get up again in just a second. Because the coffee's brewing, but I need to set something up on YouTube too. It's probably helpful to say which game you're playing. The YouTube live thing is new to me. So, but I figured out how to do it, which is cool. But I guess the only problem was I had been trying to do it, but with YouTube they
What's your call, sir?
delay live broadcast for an
don't know.
hour
I don't see any good
or like a
options
couple
here.
of hours or something,
They're behind us.
which I didn't
Wait
realize.
here, sire.
I get why they do it,
Wait here with
for
the
sure,
Emperor.
but
Guard him with your life.
Watch your back.
For the Emperor!
that was the only thing blocking me. Alright, goodbye, Emperor Uriel. It's been real. Oh, he's gonna ask me
Can go no
questions.
further.
Okay, so I need...
You alone must stand against the Prince of Destruction and his mortal servants. He must not have the Amulet of Kings. Take the amulet, give it to Joffrey. He alone knows where to find my last son. Find him and close shut the jaws of Oblivion.
So I suppose in...
Stranger,
Oh, that's right,
you
Baris.
chose a bad day to take up with the cause of this.
Does he just...
No.
Wow, we're weak.
Talos saved us.
Man, that guy was gonna destroy us. So anyways, Baris is the one who we're going to be talking to in a second. Sorry, more things to do. This morning is just a mess.
We failed. I failed. The Blades are sworn to protect the Emperor. Now he and all his heirs are dead. The amulet. Where's the Amulet of Kings? It wasn't on the Emperor's body. Strange. He saw something in you. Trusted you. They say it's the dragon blood that flows through the veins of every septim. They see more than lesser men. The Amulet of Kings is a sacred symbol of the Empire. Most people think of the red dragon crown, but that's just jewelry. The amulet has power. Only a true heir of the blood can wear it, they say. He must have given it to you for a reason. Did he say why? Joffrey?
I must take
He
it to
said that?
Joffrey.
Why?
There is another
Nothing I ever heard about. But Joffrey would be the one to know. He's the Grand Master of my order. Although you may not think so to meet him, he lives quietly as a monk at Waynon Priory, near the city of Coral. First, you need to get out of here. Through that door must be the entrance to the sewers, past the locked gate. That's where we were heading. It's a secret way out of the Imperial City. Or it was supposed to be secret. Here, you'll need this key for the last door into the sewers. There are rats and goblins down there. But from what I've seen of you, I'm guessing you're an experienced agent. Am I right?
No, not quite. So, Agent, I think, is actually pretty close to... yeah, these are all pretty close to what ChatGPT drew up. But it's not quite the same as these. It doesn't have like a lot of magical abilities. It is very stealth focused. It's sort of almost everything in the stealth tree, but anyways, it's custom class. So it is stealth. That's correct. So we haven't done that yet. So the tributes, the major ones are going to be agility and luck. So fix the amount of damage with daggers, short swords, and bows. So the last two are going to be a good bonus. Increases maximum fatigue and defines how quickly you regenerate fatigue. And then luck. So that one's going to be nice. Affects all skills. And then, yeah, so for our abilities, number 1 is going to be sneak. This guy's a sneak first, fight later. type character. Security affects your ability to use lockpicks. That's going to be, yeah, very important. I mean, they're all equal, but I do kind of emphasize the ones in the order that they're generated. Marksman, so this is the bow, and light armor, and this is the one magical area, which is illusion. So charm, conceal, create light, silence, paralyze, command, and affect aggressivity. The aggressiveness thing actually might be pretty useful. So we'll see. Mercantile, get more for what they get. And then blade is the one combat ability. So, and that is that, and we're going to call this, did it give it a name? Yeah, I could just call it adventurer. Yeah, we're just going to do that. I don't think it gets used in the game, the actual name you give for your class. I mean, maybe it does. Oh, we'll find out. I probably would have gone with smuggler as the name of the class. It just didn't generate one. It's too early in the morning to think about this kind of stuff. So anyways, I hope it's not that important, but
I wasn't far off. In any case, rats and goblins won't give you any trouble.
he's always so sour about not getting, because he never gets it
You
right.
must get the amulet to Joffrey. Take no chances, but proceed to Wayne Priory immediately. Got it? Good.
Yes,
The
I
Emperor's
understand.
trust was well placed. I'll stay here to guard the Emperor's body, and make sure no one follows you. You'd better get moving. May Talos guide you. By the way, thanks for recovering Captain Renault's sword. I'll see that it is given a place of honor in the halls of the Blades.
Sweet. So we grabbed another sword, so we should be okay. First time I actually played this game. That threw me off. Okay, so this is the part where... Well, no, I don't need to dump anything yet. Basically, as soon as I get to Anvil, I guess I can dump stuff. The rest of it, I'm going to try not to attack anything. On my way to Anvil, but we'll see. I mean, I just don't need to get rid of it until then. So anyways, I'm gonna go pour some coffee. I'll be right back. Oh, hey, Pitio053. Yo, bro, let's sometimes play together and share tips. Add me up on Discord. All right, I will look into that after the stream. But thanks for the follow. I finally have everything set up. I've got the camera, and it's streaming. Everything seems to be streaming where it is. Hopefully, you can actually hear me talk right now. And I have coffee, so that's the important thing. So, all right. I don't know when you jumped on, but this one isn't going to be as much the role playing. Because I'm getting this character set up, and then now he's got all of his abilities and everything. We're gonna start it in Anvil, like the like canon part of it. So the first part's just gonna be me like trying not to die on my way to Anvil, while like literally leveling up my skills as little as possible. Sorry, Goblin. Okay, so let's take a look at the spells, because I do have... Okay, so we can cast Light on Self. It's worth shortcutting that. Not Clairvoyance. Okay, so this kind of illuminates things. I feel kind of bad about that. He wasn't doing anything. He's leaving me alone, and maybe I could have just walked past him or something. Okay, so we got one last chance to edit things, but I think we're good. So birth sign, where we did the thief, and then edit classes. It's called adventurer, but it's pretty similar to most of the stealth classes, minus it doesn't have a lot of magical abilities. It's basically just all stealth except illusion, and illusion is the magic thing, and then swords is the one combat thing. So we're gonna exit the sewers, and then that's the first part of the setup, and now I just need to make it all the way to Anvil. So this part hopefully won't be too painful. But like I said, this is not the role-playing part, despite what the tags say. The first part of this, I'll probably end the stream, and then if I've got enough time to really make it worth it doing a full one, I'll probably start a new stream just for like video purposes, and then do part 1 of this guy's character, permadeath run. Yeah, I'm not going to interact with anything. Actually, this is a great chance. Okay, so I have 39 and I want 25. So I have a very specific set of starting resources. So technically I'm supposed to have a hunter's bow, but that's not actually a thing. I'll keep the sackcloth shirt, the amulet of kings, obviously. I suppose you could just sell it. I don't know what actually happens if you do that. We're going to drop this and all of our potions. Drop that. Well, how many lockpicks was I given? 2. So we're going to drop 28 of these at the bottom of the lake. Drop the sapphire. Am I allowed a torch? No, I'm allowed 1 minor illusion scroll, but I don't have any of those. So we don't actually have any torches either. So we're going to drop those. And I apologize. I have 15 arrows. Technically a hunting bow, but like I said, that's not really a thing. So I'll drop 10 more of these. Yeah, and this is what we're starting with. So the one thing I can't really control, our character's athletics are going to go up. Just by virtue of doing this, but... Okay, and the playthrough is going to start... right here on the docks of Anvil. So we'll pin a marker there. Let's save. So some general things is which is how I do these playthroughs. I will save every now and then. That's because this game tends to crash. So, but I've been good. I haven't done any like I haven't cheated my own system. I've had 2 characters so far, both which have died unexpectedly and disappointingly. So, oh man, Cassian, that one I felt like there was like signs from the Xbox gods that he was not long for this world. I like on Thursday, it was an unexpected stream. I realized like I probably had enough time to do a longer form stream. And so I jumped on, and then the first 8 minutes I actually had to redo because it wasn't it said it was streaming, and then it wasn't suddenly. So that was inconvenient. And then I got started, and it was largely uneventful until I tried to do something quest-like, involving like the hold of it. Basically, I got bored because it was a boring. I had some objectives in mind, and none of them bore any fruit, aside from maybe in an immersive sense, getting to enjoy like the nature of Cyrodiil. And then, and so I was like, I just talked to one of the ship captains, and they're like, we got a ghost problem on our ship, and there's a crystal ball that I need back. And I was like, well, that's definitely fits with Cassian's, something that would pique his interest, right? So it did sound slightly dangerous, but at the time we were doing pretty good against just like, I guess, mud crabs, thinking back on it. But, and literally like the first enemy that I encountered nearly crushed us. Uh-huh. Yeah, that's right. Let's get the hell out of here. Suppose I should probably avoid the roads so that I'm not getting jumped by bandits the entire time on the way to Anvil. But anyway, so this I nearly die against the ghost. I flee the deck, and the game crashes. So like that was sign number 2, that it was not going to be their day, other than just the part where I was getting beaten pretty handily. Alright, and this is the shrine to some DLC content, I think.
This was the last mistake you'll ever make.
Uh-oh. So, I reloaded it. Fortunately, I had a quick save, so I didn't have to redo a lot of stuff. And I was like, you know, I think I can take that ghost. Like, there's a couple things that I just didn't have time to try because I got surprised. And so we took another shot at it and beat that ghost. And then I was feeling confident. And then I got to the mid decks, and there's 2 of them, and they had a silence ability. And I tried to escape, but they could follow me up to the top deck, and I wasn't able to get outside fast enough. So that was it for Cassian. Things were starting to pick up steam. I think if I hadn't have done that one, it would have been gone on for some time. But I guess the good thing is that he died, so that I could focus more of my time on actually getting my thing set up. So. So now here we are with M. Sharza. So, I still don't know where Dragon's Tongue and Redwort flower are. I never found a single Redwort flower and only one Dragon's Tongue. And I had needed to get 20 of each. So maybe we'll encounter that. I'll definitely work that into this character's backstory. I think part of how I want to do this is weave aspects of the previous character into this one as sort of like inexplicable aspects of their character. So this guy definitely doesn't like ghosts and doesn't want anything to do with ships. Is that someone's dog or is that a wolf? I can't tell. Oh.
Oh!
cannot go that way. Oh, there's an invisible wall in this game. I didn't know that. That's completely new to me. All right. Okay, I'm going to be right back. All right. More walking. Oh, hey, hi there, Mitsuri. Hope I'm saying that right. No, this isn't my first playthrough. This is a permadeath run. So if this guy dies, then I'll delete it, except for this part. So I've been kind of doing like a light role-playing permadeath runs with characters. So so I've done 2 so far, which I was talking about earlier. Both of them died unexpectedly and it's a little disappointedly. But they've been fun so far, and I've kind of leaned more into the role-playing side of it. So this is the first one I'm doing as a stealth player, though. So do you play this game much? Okay, yeah, that's really great. Yeah, I'm glad you like the idea. So basically what I'm doing here is like for this character's backstory, so to speak, is instead of starting from the sewers, which is how the game would normally do it, we're gonna start him in Anvil. So all of this stuff, like if I die on the way there, I'm not gonna end it. But basically, as soon as I get to Anvil, the docks in Anvil, that's where I'm having this character's story start. So the inventory, all that stuff, is limited to just what basically I decided beforehand they're gonna have. I'm trying to avoid these people as much as possible until I get there. But yeah, when we get there, then I probably will restart the stream, and then we'll do that. I haven't played much, just for 1 to 2 hours, but I didn't understand anything, so I stopped now and I'll watch some streams to get an idea. Okay, yeah. Once we get there, it'll be more helpful. I mean, this will give you a good idea on how to just avoid people. I guess the one thing I can say is if you don't want to fight like bandits and stuff, a good way to do that is to just avoid the road, and then not anything like a tent or a campfire. 9 times out of 10, they're going to attack you. Oftentimes before you even see them. So, especially at a lower level. But yeah, for now I'm just avoiding people until I get to this one city. Okay, so this is... Alright, we're getting closer because you can tell. Anvil has like a more arid feel to the area around it. I think they call it it's the Gold Coast. So this has gone surprisingly smoothly. I've managed to not get attacked by anything, and to my knowledge, I don't have like a mob of wolves that have been chasing me across the map. This game graphic is really good. Okay, good. I'm glad it's showing up because yeah, it's a gorgeous game. I mean, it looked good even the original was 20 years ago or like 15 years ago. He is your favorite character? I think Cassian was my favorite. Cassian was the last one I did, who was a unarmed and destruction specialist, so literally involved either punching people or using like a flame punch attack, which was really fun. And then just the way that I don't want to like spoil anything, unless you're cool with it, but like the way that it worked out, like I decided that he was going to start with the Mages Guild, which made sense, and then very quickly got suspended from the Mages Guild, and then got sent on this ridiculous quest for flowers that I didn't know where they were IRL, and Cassian definitely wouldn't know, so it became this sort of grand quest to find these flowers that were kind of leading into random twists and turns, and then he actually died on Thursday during a stream, when I was just trying to do kind of a random side quest in Animal. So that's that. Okay, so we're actually here, which is perfect. The playstyle was fun. I think if I just select my own character, I probably would go actually more towards like a heavy armor, heavy like two-handed mace type character, like playing Skyrim. That's what I normally would do. So, okay, so this is this. Oh, I could have used this barrel to put all the stuff that I started with. So, just gonna do a couple checks real quick. Our inventory is good. Okay. So we've got all our spells set up. This quest we're gonna ignore the main quest for the most part. Actually, I'm pretty new in this game. Yeah. Oh yeah, 1 to 2 hours in, I'm sure it's a lot. I think once you get used to like using spells and stuff, I mean, it sucks you in pretty quick. I think the quests are the best part of Elder Scrolls games in general. But have you played any of the other ones like Skyrim or Skyrim and Morrowind? Okay, so we're gonna delete all of these. All right, so this is going to be our big official save. So with that, like I was saying earlier, I'm going to actually end the stream. I don't normally do that, but it just makes it. I gotta update a bunch of stuff anyways, to the video title and stuff. So I'll be back on in, I'd say like 5 minutes. But I'm gonna end the stream here, and then I know my friend suggested this game to me. Usually I play other games. Okay, yeah. I mean, if you've got a Game Pass, it's free, so that's definitely a bonus. But yeah, Elder Scroll games they're their own kind of thing. I mean, I guess there's a term Scrolls-like now, which is new to me, but yeah, it makes sense. Like they've got a very unique thing. I've loved them since I first played Morrowind. So, anyway, so yeah, it was good talking Mitsuri. Like I said, I'm gonna end it real quick, and then I'll be back in 5 to 10 minutes. So, if I see you on, I'll see you. But otherwise, I will catch you later. Have a good one. All right, sweet. I just saw that follow, and I appreciate it. So thanks for that. All right, peace.